way too far away. This ain't so long. See it. I think in this format you have to comment so I can see you, or like see that you're in the, or see that you're able to make the comments. Oh yeah, that thing's coming. Oh shit. It's gone. Comes a train. Oh, it's just one. This is kind of odd. They usually don't run like one train like this. What's up, Hara? Check out this train. They usually don't run a train like this. This only has one car. never do that. They never run one, like, I think they call it the caboose part. I forget what they call it. But anyways, the main engine, they don't usually do that. They don't usually have one cart. Yeah, it's just the engine. Like, they never run that. It's always got a cart on it. Or it's always pushing or pulling something. Yeah, it's really weird. So I was streaming earlier. I had a little video, whatever, live or whatever you want to call it. And I didn't have nothing to do, so I thought I'd come walk down by the river. Freight trains, yeah. I guess it's like a good job. They say that working for the railroad is awesome. It's like really good money. So like I said, I didn't have much to do. They're kind of redoing the downtown down here. So I thought I'd walk down and see what they've done. Like, they're putting in these little trails, and they kind of put some they put some trails back here, and then the grass grew up and all the homeless people were camping out down here. So they changed it. I really don't know why they do stuff like this without giving a place for the homeless people to go. Because as soon as they do it and they put it together, the homeless people figure it out and they're like sleeping in here. But it looks nice anyway. They're putting in these trails. These are like peat gravel, and then they have some concrete trails, peat gravel trails. A lot of flowers and stuff. Looks good, but the downtown really gets tore up. Yeah, I noticed you weren't on much lately. I wonder if there's any way. Yeah, I noticed you haven't been on much lately, but that's all right, dude. Everybody's got stuff to do. There's the city. Check that out. So they're making improvements, but it's really slight. And then I wonder how it's going to affect the downtown. Yeah, I mean, it's all good, bro. I mean, personally, I have my ups and downs as well. I think everybody does. It's the timing of everything. Sometimes it works out, sometimes it doesn't. I got mayflies all over me. This is the selfie stick that Mike got for me. It's pretty badass, actually. It's nice. The bugs are kind of crazy, though. You want me to show you where I live so you can come stalk me? I got mayflies everywhere. You want to see it or what? Or what do you want? Do you want me to go somewhere down here? I don't have my skateboard today. Can't go anywhere. Can't roll there. It's in the back. I'll show you. I live right there. That building there. It's kind of far back there, but where I'm at, it's maybe 10, 15-minute walk. Yeah. See, they're putting in these like little trails with, there's flowers everywhere, but they did this, They did the same thing last summer, and the grass grew up, and the homeless people came back here and camped out. Like there were 30 or 40 tents. They had fires, they had grills, everything. It's crazy. But I mean, I can't blame them. You know, the city doesn't do much for the homeless people here. Whoa. Were you on here that one day there was a car wreck when I was on my bike? I'm gonna walk down here. Yeah, there was a girl, she was pretty shaken up, and then it was a couple. We have really weird intersections here. And I think it's mainly because they try to keep this like old town vibe alive, and it just doesn't work with the new stuff. Like they want to have like this new age streets, and then it runs into like this old school stuff, and they try to put in roundabouts and weird stuff like that, and people get confused. So this couple hit this girl, and it was head on, and the couple looked all right, but the girl was really shaken up. Yeah, they really try to keep this old town vibe feel, like brick roads, and they want you to feel like there's about to be a carriage coming down the street or something. But I don't know. Our town is really interesting. It's kind of backwards. See, like all this. They planted all these flowers and stuff, it's cool, but nobody's gonna walk through all this, especially these mayflies everywhere. I mean, the history is cool, but I mean, we don't have to relive it every weekend. We used to have they don't do it anymore. Good Lord. No, that there is, they do trenches, like they dig up on the river. So what do they call it? That was a big machine, and they drag it across the floor of the river, and they dig up all the sand and the rock, and then they come and bring it here and they dump it, and then they divide it into sand and rocks and peat gravel and all sorts of things. Then they sell it. Yeah, dredging. They dredge the bottom. There you go. So yeah, we used to do, when I was a kid, I'd say maybe up to like 5th or 6th grade, they used to do Civil War reenactments down here. And it's like, dude, just give it up. Like, it's over, bro. It's over. Let's stop talking about it. We can watch that on TV or something. Like, we don't have to do it in town. Look at that thing. See it on my forehead? So yeah, all the guys have been like, because I come on at different times. So all the guys were like, man, I didn't get a chance to get on there with so-and-so. And I'm like, how's Mike doing? They all ask about different people. Like, what's up with Hara? Yeah. That's the same bug everybody mimics. Is that bug, right? It's like, we have mayflies. I forget what they call that. But everybody around here mimics that fly when they fly fish. I'll tell you what's really wild down here. So in the spring, when everything gets in motion and, you know, it gets warmer and whatever else, the blackbirds, they build their nests like right by the rivers, and the blackbirds will attack you all day long. Like, I'm talking drones of them. What? Last life form? Now you're talking some interplanetary stuff. See, this is the type of stuff I'm talking about. They always want to do some, like, they always want to talk about history, what it used to be, and don't mow this area. These are sacred flowers. They're sunflowers. Awesome. Right, that's what they're trying to do. See, that's what they want you to think. It's like Little House on the Prairie. They want you out here in a bonnet, so like suspenders and some slacks, like some straw in your mouth or something. They really do. No joke. Either way, this little park down here, they redid this a while back, about 5 years ago, and I don't mind coming down here. It's pretty nice. It's a nice little walkway and all that. But again, I think that the city could probably do a little bit more with the downtown, just because as soon as they put this stuff together, the homeless people come in and they just try to live here or whatever. So I think I would just think that they would take care of the homeless problem before they started building other things, but I don't know. That's my opinion. I'll tell you what, these bugs are no joke. I'll show you something else too is, yeah, I think it just goes to show kind of like how humanity is. And yeah, I just don't understand like the priorities or government priorities, things like that. But so what I was gonna say was, I'm gonna show you if I can in the background. Okay, so I live right there, and they built this apartment building just a few years ago, like 2 years ago, and they built this Y 3 years ago. So previous to that, I had like a full view, like out my windows. It was like just flat land all the way to the river. And then this little park, they built this place about 5 years ago, maybe a little longer, maybe like 5 or 6 years ago. Then they built the Y, then they built that other apartment building. So now it's just like, I look out my window and it's nothing. Just apartment buildings and the YMCA, the streets. I still can't complain. My place isn't that bad. Oh. No. So this place, that's the YMCA. Right below it, they have like it's like a kid's, it's like kind of like a preschool. So it's like a daycare / preschool. Next to that, they built that apartment building, and then I live right there. But all that used to be gone. This was all flat land. All this was flat like 7 years ago. We have this one building down here. They just finished the lights on it. So it's like the first building in town that like the whole building lights up at night. It's like all LEDs. Everybody thinks it's a big deal. It's totally an 80s movie around here. But that's what people like. We have, okay, I'm not going to say where, but there's a city that's not far from here. It's maybe 20 minutes down the road. So just understand where we live, there's like, it's kind of, all the cities are kind of in a row. And this little town is about 25 minutes from me. You go down there and it's all these little antique shops. They sell chalk and chalkboards like you used to get in whatever, the 30s or something, like how they used to teach kids in the 30s or something. You can get chalk and chalkboards, these little chalkboards. You can get all these like antique, like old style boots. They still make shoes like they used to make in like the 20s and 30s. Like they're just like a leather strap on the bottom and like just sewn together material to make a boot. It's ridiculous. It's like, hey, come forward in time. Stop it. I mean, I get tradition and all that, but some of that stuff's for a museum. They are mom and pop shops. I mean, it's just like dozens. I mean, dozens. Like every little shop is an antique shop. You go in there and they're like, oh yeah, back in the 40s in Iowa, this was a can opener. Or, you know, like you couldn't even identify it as a can opener. But they remake utensils, they remake plates, they remake all this stuff and sell it down there in these antique stores. It's ridiculous. Yeah, it's a touristy thing. See this guy up here is chirping. You see that blackbird up there? That guy will come down like a nighthawk and rip your eyeballs out. And they do not joke around. Yes. We do get tumbleweeds every now and then. It's not often, but we do get them. We get a lot of wannabe cowboys around here too. I'm like, you live in a normal house. You're not a cowboy. Stop it. Old town. I always say it's a little big town. It's like a little town that wants to be big. They try sometimes. Midwest. We're right at the bend of the Mississippi River. It's where the Mississippi River runs east to west. So actually where I'm at, where the river is, like that's north, that's south. Because it runs east-west here. I think it's the only place in the Mississippi River where the river runs east and west. Yeah, it's a strange place, dude. Maybe it's like Australia where the toilets, the water flushes the other way or whatever. Isn't that a thing on like in the different poles or something? He said kinda. I've heard about it. Never seen it myself. Say that again? It's kind of eerie here. I do have to go under this bridge. I'll show you this glowing building. It's pink right now, but it changes colors. Let me spin around. Yeah, this area isn't safe. You see this building right here? See it change colors? That's like the big deal around here right now. Everybody's like, oh my God, go downtown and look at the building that changes colors. Right. People act like they've never seen LED lights before. They don't know what they do. I'll go down there a little ways. Yeah. I just assume we don't, the closest city to us that is really busy is like Chicago. Chicago's pretty busy. I think that's the biggest city closest to us. We're getting closer. Can you see it? I didn't catch that last comment. Said you can catch a boat or something. I don't know how I can make comments stay up a little longer. A ferry? Yeah, we have those here. The thing we have here, they call it a channel cat. And it's like an old, they're kind of like barges with big giant motors on them. But they push people all, they just drive them around, drive tourists around. But I don't know who would want to come down here and tour Davenport. Yeah, that's what we have. Like we have a ferry, or like I said, we have channel cats. We have stuff that kind of runs the river, or, you know, you can get around, but it's really not that big of a deal. I guess not to us anyway. Maybe to tourists it might be a big deal. But again, I don't know who's like, yeah, I don't know who would want to come and visit Davenport and walk around and buy a chalkboard. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, for us, it doesn't, there's no reason for us to use any kind of boats to get around. I think it's kind of funny that like sometimes our downtown will flood. So when it floods, usually I want to bring my boat like downtown, like First Street or Second Street, but I never do because I don't want to get ticketed or something. All right, I'm gonna head back up, but here's the building. There's our bridge. See that pink building? And then it changes colors. It goes like purple, white, pink. But that's the big deal right now. Yep, that happens down here. A couple of years ago, a guy caught a big catfish in the floods. He just ran up and grabbed it. It was in the street. I'm about to be in the street here in a second. I'll show you something else our city did that's really fancy. So what our city decided to do was they wanted to make this alleyway really fancy. So they painted it and they put streamer lights up there. So there's all these streaming lights up here in the alleyway. And I guess that makes it special or something. So I'll show you. This is the new craze around our town. You put up these lights and it makes it special. See, like this. I mean, I don't think it looks weird, but I mean, if you had certain resources, I don't understand why those resources go to things like this instead of helping people that need it. But hey, you know what? I'm not in charge, so that's pretty much the end of that. But this is the big deal right now. Come and drive down our alleys. It's beautiful. What'd you say? Where's the main industry? What'd you say? I got to figure out how to get these comments to stay up a little longer. This is it. This is pretty much the main industry area, and like I live in probably the busiest area of the city. What is the city known for? You got me, dude. Every year we have the Bix is a marathon run. So Bix Biterback, we're known for like some of the major blues and jazz. I guess the people who changed the music, the what do I want to say? I guess leaders in the blues and jazz industry who changed it. They just built this place, the Last Picture House. They do movies on the roof. It's kind of cool. We have some main manufacturers. We have a big aluminum plant. John Deere is here. We have the Arsenal here, John Deere, Arconic. Those are probably the three main ones. So we have those main manufacturers. A lot of people work for them. Those are probably the best jobs around. I got to admit, I had to put Mike's selfie stick to use. It's working out. I don't think so. Honestly, I did a live a while back, like maybe a couple hours ago, and there are quite a few people in there, so they're probably tired of me. I mean, I ran that live for quite a while earlier. See, this is a Bix mural right here. So that's kind of the big deal every year. And the Bix usually falls like right on my birthday. Usually finds like right at the end of July. Oh, we got some skaters over here. Baseball? What'd you say? Here's a mural for you. It's just graffiti. Damn graffiti artists. The Bix is like a marathon they run every year. It's a 7-mile run. And then it's in memory of Bix Beiderbecke. He was a jazz musician, a blues and jazz guy. So we're in Davenport, Iowa, if that's what you're asking. I'll tell you something really funny. So see these right here? So they're like, they were trying to figure out what they're gonna do with all these trees. So they cut these trees into like these logs or whatever so that people could sit on them. These things right here. So they cut them so that people could come down here and sit on these logs or whatever. There was a big flood and they just got washed away. I was like, so they had to go find them. It's kind of in the news. Yeah, it was, but that's the type of stuff they do. They like, oh, this is going to be so nice. And they build up the whole downtown and they know every year it's going to flood. And then we have this massive flood. It washes it all away. And then they're like, oh, it's terrible. We never knew a catastrophe like this could happen. See, I'm back at that spot I started at. They painted this like maybe a year ago. This coffee thing. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know who's in charge of making decisions down here. But like I said, I'm not in charge, so that's that. I need to probably shut my mouth because I didn't do it. I'm not in charge. This is where I started at. Walking down Freddy Krueger Lane. I don't know what I'm doing tonight. That's why I'm out here. I'm just walking around, bro. Walking down Freddy Krueger Lane. I'm going to end this live here in a second anyway. Why? What are you doing tonight, Hara? Everybody's got triple names now. All right, bro. I'm out of here. Be easy. We'll talk later, all right?